I'm not gonna lie to you, I'm a little mad right now. Also, it's the middle of summer. My AC is on blast. Deal with it. I usually try to limit the background noise, but today you're getting some noise. So it's my day off, thank God, and I'm just chilling. But something happened yesterday that got me a little riled up because, and one of the biggest things about it that really bothers me is the hypocrisy of it all. Because I've been told constantly that I need to work on my people skills. And one of the people that tells me that I need to work on my people skills really needs to work on their people skills. Because I come in yesterday and I walk in the door and she's like, why the hell are you clocking 15 minutes early? And I'm like, I don't know. Like, honestly, I'm confused. She's like, why the hell are you, 4 days in a row, 4 days in a row, you clocked in 15 minutes early. And I'm like, bitch, it's been more than 4 days in a row. It's been like 200 days. So I'm like genuinely confused. Like, why am I getting yelled at right now? I'm being told I need to work on my people skills. This is not the right way to approach somebody. And then she starts going off, blah blah blah. Like, okay, you don't clock out for your lunch now, so we can't have you clocking in early because they don't want to pay you that much overtime. So, and I'm like, okay, you can say that without being a bitch about it. Sitting over here throwing accusations at me like I stole something. I'm like, no, I've legitimately been doing this the whole time. Like, when I very first got there, I would sit there, stare at the clock, and wait for 5 minutes because, like, if I'm scheduled at 4, I'm not clocking in until 4. Then people were like, hey, if you clock in a few minutes early, no one's gonna bother. So, like, hey, 5 minutes early, no big deal. 10 minutes early, no big deal. Someone once told me, once told me, hey, if you clock in 15 minutes early, they're not going to yell at you. It's just if you're trying to clock in 30, 40 minutes early that you'll get in trouble. Plus, half the time it's on y'all. You're telling me, hey, I walk in the door, they're like, hey, do this, this, and that. And I'm like, I'm not even on the clock. And they're like, well, get on the clock and then do this, this, and that. And I'm like, all right then. So it's not like this is anything new. Just because you just noticed that it's happening doesn't mean that it just started happening. It's been happening for a while. I mean, I understand it and I will abide by it. Like, the situation has changed. Now because like it used to be, hey, I'm struggling to pay bills. I'm going to try to sneak in as much money as I can. Because, hey, an extra 15 hours a day, that's an extra hour a week. But now, like, okay, they're more wary of it. And, hey, honestly, with the new pay rate and more guaranteed hours, I don't need to sneak in that extra one. So, okay, I won't clock in early. That's all you had to say. You don't got to come at me with this attitude like you're about that life. Because, like, it's lucky for you. I understand, okay? Like, this is a person, and I think this is half the reason why she can get away with it and I can't, is that's just who she is. She yells at everyone, even if they didn't do anything wrong. Because, like, her kids piss her off and she yells at us. Her dude or her mom, they piss her off, she yells at us. Boss yells at her, so she yells at us. Which reminds me, and that's probably one of the reasons it pisses me off so much, because reminds me too much of my grandmother constantly yelling at us, even when, like, hey, the biggest mistake we made was just not understanding there was a rule. And half the time it's like there's no way to know what the rule is because you keep fucking changing the rule every time it suits you. It's because you want an excuse to hit us. So yeah, not gonna lie, it bothers me a little bit. But also, I mean, like, what is it about her that she can get away with it but I can't? Is it because she's a woman? Is it because I'm black? Because I know black men are held to much different standards in this world. Is it because she's friendlier with them on a daily basis? She's built a better relationship, so that's why she can get away with being an asshole, like that 5% of the time? Because is that it? Do I just have to kiss ass 50% of the time so that I can get away with being an asshole when necessary? Is that the secret? Either way, it just bothered me. I mean, like I said, it's no big deal. It's just like that one moment of time was just very infuriating. Like I just walked in the door and you over here trying to start shit. Look, you know what? Whatever. I mean, look, here's the good news. Cause like first and foremost, I was told to clock in early because my manager, because one of the other managers was. I walk in the door, she's like, "Are you clocked in yet?" I'm like, "I literally just got here." She's like, "Well, hurry and clock in so I can tell you to do something." That's why I clocked in early that day. So I clocked in, got yelled. I clocked in early because I was told to clock in early. Got yelled at for clocking in early, and then was told, "Hey, go do some manual labor." Good news is I got to swing a hammer, get all of that anger out. Well, most of it. Being able to destroy things is very, very cathartic when you're feeling some emotions. That's the only reason I made it through the day. I had a pretty good day, actually. Relatively easy compared to some of the shit we've been through. Because I had one bitch getting mad because we told people multiple times, to leave this fucking section. We're bringing our shit in from the outside. And they just don't want to move. So then we damn near we've been told it's okay to hit them. And there are times when I've actually tried to. But in this day, I was actually trying to be nice. I'm like, "Man, you need to move out the fucking way." And she tries to go the wrong way, back into no. Now, not that way. That section needs to be cleared. We're bringing more shit in after this. And then she's like, "Fine, we'll just leave this door." I'm like, "Okay, have a nice day then." And then she has to turn back to me and be like, "Just so you know, we are leaving because of you." And I'm like, "I don't give a fuck. Just go." Jesus. Too many people. I know not that I shouldn't take things personally, but like, it does make me very angry sometimes that other people make it all about them when literally it's like, honestly, like, we're telling you for your safety, get the fuck out the way, because we have permission to hit you. If we have to hit you, our bosses will back you up, and we are being nice by not hitting you, by just telling you to please move. Like, it's getting to the point that someone's gonna get hit. Someone who doesn't deserve to get hit as much as you deserve to get hit because you decided to be a bitch. What? You know what? Life. Anyways, I got some new controllers. I'm doing okay. I'm doing great. Life is good. But summer is a frustrating time. It's too damn busy. It's a whole bunch of fucking children in there. And look, I know why I'm famous. I know why a lot of you follow me. But let's be honest, I can't stand kids. They're just fucking horrible. They suck. And the more kids that are in there, the more we notice, oh, shit is getting stolen. Jewelry and toys getting stolen. It's frustrating as hell. And it's funny because, a lot of people talk about like gentle parenting, and there are people who will argue that gentle parenting is wrong because it leads to bratty kids. But I'm like, no, I actually like the idea of gentle parenting, but the problem is there are too many people who who mistake gentle parenting for just not trying. I think gentle parenting means you can still punish your kids, but hey, sit down and calmly explain to them, hey, this is what you did, this is why it's wrong, and you will have to be punished for it. As opposed to what a lot of people do, which is just, man, my kid's running around crazy, I don't know what to do. Kids, they're gonna be kids, no. Like, you're in charge, you can make the rules. It pisses me off the amount of people who are like, man, these kids, I keep having to buy them all these presents that they're putting me out of house and home. You can say no. You're in charge. It's your money. You have every right to tell the kids no. And I'm not gonna lie, the way I was raised, there definitely was abuse. It definitely did go too far. But The intent was good. The intent was good. As opposed to nowadays where it's like, it seems like parents just don't want to see their kids cry. But I'm like, kids are gonna cry. That's what they're gonna fucking do. Like I saw one parent comes in, the kid wants 2 squishy toys. The parent's trying to lay down at least some law, like you can only have one. And so she buys the one and the kid throws it on the ground. Like, no, I wanted both. And that's a situation where my parent would have just slapped the shit out of me and never bought me anything else for the next 3 months. Don't even ask or you're going to get slapped again. Once again, in my family, they definitely took things too far, but the intent was right. In that moment, you know what I'm going to do? Alright, you don't want it then. We're going to sell it, going to give it back. I'm going to get a refund. You just don't get any toys because you're being a little bitch. Because I don't have to give you anything. It's like, I remember Denzel did a movie. I think it's like based on a play. But anyways, because it's like he's doing this monologue where his son is like, ain't no law says I got to like you. It says I got to feed you, got to take care of you. Ain't no law says I got to love you. And that's honestly the truth. No, you're mainly responsible for making sure they have a roof over their head and food in their mouths and clothes on their back. Other than that, like, you have no responsibility to make sure they're always smiling. Okay, that's just not how life fucking works. And they need to understand that at some point in time. And honestly, if your kid never hates you, then you're the worst fucking parent ever. Because your job is to prepare them for the real world. And the real world is not going to take it easy on them. The real world is full of shitheads. So sometimes as a parent, you just have to be a shithead. Because they need to learn how to survive in the real world. They need to learn how to accept disappointment with at least some amount of grace and dignity. Because life is going to throw plenty of disappointment their way. You know, you can't just let them keep throwing tantrums every time they don't get their way. You're going to go up to create the worst human being imaginable, and everyone will hate them. And then you're going to be like, I don't know what I did wrong. You did nothing! That's what you did wrong. You did nothing. You can't let the kid raise themselves. And I know a lot of people are going to be like, you have no idea what it's like to be a parent. And I'm like, yeah, that's a choice that I made. To not be a parent, but here's the thing, life is hard. Being a parent is hard. That doesn't mean you get to just give up because it's hard. You chose this. You have a responsibility to do the hard work. There's just so many fucking bratty ass kids these days. Whatever. Anyways, back to the good news. I got new controllers for my PS3. Got them on Amazon. The old ones, they still technically work, but barely. Batteries dying, and these new controllers came with new cords too. And it's like, because I looked it up, at least on my Amazon history, the last time I bought the new controllers was 2019. I didn't realize it had been that long. Especially when you're using these damn near daily. You wear them down, and buttons are sticking. They're not holding a charge, and you don't realize until you get new things, new charging cords, new controllers, just how fucked up the old shit was. When you buy something brand new and you realize, oh, it is supposed to work perfectly. Wow, I completely forgot. I know sodas. Technically, when you're thirsty, they're not supposed to chug sodas. They can actually work to dehydrate you, but fuck it. It's not morning, it's noon. And I've had like a little bit of water, had a bottle of water. I'm still a little thirsty, plus it's Kickstart, so, that caffeine boost. Anyway, so yeah, some cool new controllers, and also, let's see. I had to turn it off because they were updating it. Let's see if the update's finished, because I wanted to spend some time talking about Raid Shadow Legends. It's a good game, and I'm getting further. It's like the more you play, the easier it becomes to play, and I do love and appreciate that. And I'm still playing Power Rangers Legacy Wars. I don't play it as much as I used to. It's something that like no, there was a time when it was like I wake up in the morning like so excited I get to play this my favorite game again. But now it's like, if I have some free time, let's go a little bit. But it's not something I'm putting a lot of effort into nowadays. Of course, I'm playing a game, man. And so, yeah, but I've been part of an alliance that's been slowly dying, and it's getting to the point that there's like 3 active people. So I joined a new alliance, which is a lot more chill. But I think, because like based on what they put in the description of their thing, it's a lot more my speed. Because like one thing for me, I do love. The thing I love most about the game is honestly raids. And now they're like, hey, the main thing we want is as long as you participate in the raid, you're good. And I'm like, oh, fucking perfect. Let's do this. So, we'll see. Like, there are no guarantees in life. I might not like this alliance. Maybe they won't like me. But, hey, we're trying something new. And so, didn't hit the button. We'll see if it loads. Because they literally, they turned it off for updates. So anyway, yeah, I got a video that's already recorded, probably upload later today, letters to my therapist. I've got one Power Rangers, because I watched the Turbo movie. I've got to record and edit and upload that. Hopefully you'll get to it this month. We'll see. I'm actively making an effort to try and go out more, do stuff, meet people. I went to SAMA, San Antonio Museum of Art. It was fun. I haven't been there in a few years. And I do enjoy going there. Like I think it was maybe 2 years ago the last time I went. It's just, I enjoy it. I don't love it enough to make an effort. I guess I'm not cultured, whatever. But, yeah, I'm going to something today, and then not this Sunday, but next Sunday. I've got, one meeting in the morning, and then another one in the afternoon. So that's going to be busy. And I still haven't caught up on all the shit happened this weekend, because this was a very busy weekend for wrestling. So, I'm going to spend some time today catching up on all of that shit that happened. So, yay, it works. I mean, there's a new event, so, we get another free champion, so that's great. Come on. What the? I hate these pop-ups. That's the worst thing about it. You don't have to spend money to play this game. You can still have an enjoyable time without spending a single dime. But they do encourage you heavily. So yeah, there's a new champion, Valerian. There's a new champion, Valerian, headed deal our way. But I just want to talk about some of my besties. I mean, first and foremost, let's hold up. Let's look at this, because my collection has grown. Look at all these legendaries now. There's so many. Still not a ton, but so we'll talk about some of my favorite characters. My 4 favorites. There's Theodosia the Disgraced, my first ever mythical champion. Got her, let's see, what sets? An Immortal set, an Impulse set, a Resilience set, and 2 Chronophage artifacts. You know what? She's incredible. I definitely focus on HP. She's like HP, defense, and resistance, so her whole purpose is to stay alive, because she's got a skill that can bring the entire team back from the dead. So as long as she's alive, I'm still in this game. And so she's incredibly useful in every area of combat, whether it be a dungeon, a boss like the Hydra or the Demon Lords. The arena Theodosia is the best one that I have right now, but personal favorite is still Gamaran. Had him for a while. He's one of the first legendaries that I like earned on my own. And one, if someone dies, he can block them from coming back. And if you have dead people on your team, I can use that same skill to bring one of my guys back. So, he's a reviver. Got him with some Stone Skin, some Slayer, and some Impulse. He's a pretty well-rounded guy, capable of doing damage. His basic skill also blocks you from using your active skills. And he has one skill which makes sense so that I rarely use him outside the arena, but in the arena, this guy is basically a god. If used correctly. Put him with Stone Skin so he doesn't die too quickly. And then I've had it happen in live arena where a team just buffs the fuck out of themselves. And then I'm like, okay, use his skill, steal every single one of their buffs. And then my opponent just leaves the battle. Like, well, fuck. I love it. It's fun. And then a new one that I got within the last month, Elva Autumnborn. Got her with, 7 rebirth artifacts. Because her main thing is, she's actually got the most, health, I think, of any champion I have. Made her, once again, like Theodosia, HP, defense, resistance. Her whole purpose is to survive, because she can bring people back. And there's also a few things in there that help boost her speed, because if someone does die, we need that skill to be able to, we need to use that skill. But hopefully people don't die, but hey, sometimes they do. And then my other favorite, let me see, the Goldwing, she was, I think she's the first legendary I ever got. She was one of the many that were given away for free. But I put her with an Immortal Gear and a Relentless. A Relentless set, which gives her a 45% chance of getting an extra turn on an attack. Now, there are times when it feels like I've gone days on end and she doesn't get 2 attacks in a row. But there was one time, like yesterday, she actually got 4 attacks in a row. And I am not even exaggerating when I say this. She attacked 4 times in a row and straight up wiped out the entire team by herself. So she's someone that, I can put her with 3 support characters and, okay, all 3 of you are working together to make sure she's always alive, because she can just kill everybody. So yeah, I just feel very comfortable using her, because any team she's on, she's almost always the first one to die. But, especially when I'm getting those bonus turns, she can single-handedly kill entire teams by herself. And another one that, honestly, I've had her for a while. I think she was the second legendary I ever summoned from a shard, not from just login bonuses. Kyoku, Shadowkin. And I'm only realizing just now how good she really is. Got her with a complete deflection set. And also, because I didn't even realize this at first, but now, I'm using it. I'm using the hell out of it. I've got this skill maxed out. Her passive skill is that when she takes a crit hit, she heals everybody on the team and then places an increased defense buff. So her being there just makes it that much harder to kill people. And I'm learning, just how good of a skill that is, and just how much it means to just be able to keep your team alive. Because the longer you stay alive, the more damage you can do. And I've actually had a couple of live arena battles. They have 15-minute time limits. And there have been a couple of times when we hit the time limit draw, because we both just did too good of a job building teams that were hard to kill. And by both, I mean mostly me. My team was hard to kill, but I didn't have enough attack power to take down your team, which was also hard to kill, but not as hard as mine. Because there are some teams that legitimately, you can build whatever team you want, but there are some people that, they build their team entirely around speed and crit rate, so it's hey, Let's fucking kill you on the first turn so you don't even have a chance to attack me. And it's like, hey, if it works, it's great, but you know, once again, I've faced the teams that did that, and they lost because, hey, they took one turn, they killed everybody except Theodosia. She brings everyone back to life, and then your defense sucks so much I was able to kill you on one turn. Anyways, yeah, I'm enjoying this game. Shout out to all fellow raid players out there. I'm gonna catch up on a whole weekend of wrestling shit, and then I'm gonna go to Tavern Talk this afternoon, and then 2 more days of work. You know, I gotta get groceries at some point because, oh, it's July already, and I am running low on some meats and shit. So anyway, I'm alive. There might be a video today. If not today, it'll be up Sunday, but it'll probably be up today. Hopefully, we'll see.